Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Thursday's What's Map. BonBon here, how you doing? And I hope you're keeping up with What's Theme, the new series on at 5 PM UK time, every day, Monday to Saturday. Well, today's map, we're going to kill two birds with one stone. It is a subscriber request, even though it's not a request day. Thanks Adam Trester for the suggestion. And it's also quite an old map, so therefore we can roll VT and call it a Throwback Thursday map. Thank you very much for that, Adam. And this map, well, it's got a very, very unusual look. I mean, from up here, it's stunning, yeah? I think so too. Wait till you get down ground level. It's Shimanto River by Aya. Sorry, I shouldn't take the pickle out of other people's names when you've got a name like BonBonB. There's a risk you take. That's your start square. Absolutely love that. That's very, very nice. And then you've got, we're using the Green Mountain theme. That's your resources. I'd like to have seen a little bit more ore than what's being used. Very, very little bit of ore splashed down there. And nothing to subscribe to other than the theme and LUT combination. The LUT will be using European vanilla. Now, the roads. The roads are fine. In fact, the standard of the roads is very good. I've got no grumbles there. But look at the theme and LUT combo. Oh, hang on, before we do that, look at this. I think this is ore here, and therefore this is an industrial area ready to be used. And obviously put a little off ramp to get us started. Personally, I think that's probably a better start square than what's been provided for us, but we'll worry about that in a minute. But yes, the hills and the rivers and everything, it's got a very video game feel to it, this map. And I know this is a video game. Ah, here we go. Tunnel to elevated to tunnel. But yes, everything about this map seems very plastic. And again, tunnel to elevated to tunnel. And if you look underneath the elevated, you can see the bit of the mantle shining through there, which is, I've caught you. I know you tried to hide it with those trees, and nice try at hiding it, but I caught you. And also underneath that one as well, a little bit of mantle shining through there as well. Anyway, it goes from 3 lanes down to 1 lane, like what the never mind. And we stay elevated to this point with one of the off ramps pointing into that hill, which is going to be awkward. Could have just been slightly better thought out, that last bit there. Now, in terms of highways, we've also got one over here in the hills. Now, this one you've got to do all the work, because that is literally in the fog. You've got to really search for that one, and you're going to have to find a way through the valley, either via tunnels, whatever. It's going to be an expensive job, and I think you're going to be a skilled player to be able to draw that one in. And the same with this end as well, where we've got the rail, 2 lots of rail, one which dead ends, and one which goes right the way through the map. And over here we've also got another highway, which just stops dead. Now let's follow the rail that cuts right the way through the map. First of all, we've gone ground to elevated to ground. This is quite good actually. Nice to see no lumpy bumpy going on with the rail. We've got these little tunnels that go through almost pointless hills, but I think it's quite aesthetically interesting. I don't know about pleasing, but interesting. And then we'll come down to ground level with the rail now, and once again I'm very happy with the route that this rail is taking. It's interesting enough. Up the ramp to an elevated to well, what's that, an embankment, and then across the bridge to an embankment, and then that slowly but surely will drop us back down to ground level. So it's not too bad. This is quite pretty through here, once again plastic pretty. And if you look at the texturing on the hills, going through the tunnel, if you look at the texturing through the hills, doesn't half remind me of Fuzzy Felt. Do you remember Fuzzy Felt? Yeah, you preschool and used to like make farmyard scenes by putting felt on top of felt. Ooh, brilliant, I loved it. Oh, how I miss Fuzzy Felt and Stickle Bricks. Anyway, I digress. This rail it's once again fine. We've got an elevator. We've got all this elevate. Now we're staying elevated here. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not entirely sure if it's high enough to really justify being elevated here. But then finally it drops down to ground level there for about 3 yards before being elevated again to go into this tunnel. I make no sense of that whatsoever, I'm afraid. I don't understand. Anyway, we stay elevated, we come out the other side. Now this makes a bit more sense. Elevated all the way, and at the end of here we've got another tunnel. Elevated into tunnel. And out there we've got a little bit of exposed rail. Ooh, misses. And then staying elevated. I don't really understand why we've got so many elevated sections going into tunnels in the sides of hills. I don't get it. I mean, it's pretty. Perhaps that's what the reason is. Perhaps it's because it's pretty. Anyway, this tunnel, you see the lines going in at quite a steep angle there. And if we go around to the other side, look at it, it's going downwards there. So that's climbing a hill underground. Well, why not? And we'll follow this rail out towards the fog, which means we should now prepare ourselves to see this train, that little stretch, and we'll finish with an asset review, shall we? Oh, finally. Now here's one to catch your breath. It's H5 3x3 Serial House KOPE Linear by Who3 Vector, Russia. Guessing you're Russian, and these, I think you push these together, it will make a very nice large complex. I probably would have done without the parking spaces at the bottom there. 4 parking bays for a block of flats that size seems a bit pointless, but thank you very much for making the effort. Hugh Vector 3 whatever, whoever you are, my friend, come up with an easier name for me next time, will you please? H5 3x3 Serial House KOPE Linear, today's asset of the day. And back to the map. We're going to have a look at the water sources first of all. Here we've got a drain over there sucking the sewage away, and we've got water movement all over in the sea, all over, motion everywhere. And if you look here, there are lots of river systems. I mean, probably more than I've seen on the map anywhere for a long while. And as the water is very blue and very translucent, you can actually see it moving. So we park down here, you can see it moving. And there is no problem with water movement on this map at all. Everywhere we drop down, let's come up here and just make sure it's moving up here. You can actually see it moving. You don't need arrows for this map. All right, there's a water source, and down here, see all this. The water is pouring off of the mountains in all these little rivers. Let's have a look at one of the main rivers now. Here, it's just moving. I think if we head down towards that little island there, you can actually see it pushing through. So yes, the water is moving in every single location, so you can pretty much use this for like vanilla rules building. Excellent, 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 excellent. And here as well, everywhere we look, there's nothing backtracking at all. Great water motion. Now let's have a look at the shipping routes, which we normally do first, but I want to do these second today, just to throw things out. We've got this shipping route. It's just like a 1 in there, and it will go across and back. Second one that dead ends there. All good, yeah? And the third one here, well, this one's going up our river, our main river. We're going to follow this. If anything is going to break the map, it's going to be this one, as you'll soon see. Right, as you'll know, this river isn't the deepest of rivers, so it leaves question marks as to whether a ship would be able to, a cruise liner would make it up here. See how narrow it is here? And I'm pretty sure at this point here, you're going to have ships going aground a little bit. We'll head on up, and it gets narrower and narrower. Possibly now we're getting too narrow. You can see how you can imagine that, well, certainly a cruise liner is not going to make it through there. It would smash into that post, and that bridge is going to be too low. And then if we'll carry on up here, you might get grounded on that sandbank. In fact, I'm pretty sure that you're going to smash into it. And this bridge again, going to hit that post on the right there, and we'll definitely smash through the bridge also. And here it's just too narrow, and even narrower again. Definitely not. And here on the left hand side, going to ground on there as well. So I think that this shipping route wasn't thought through. Oh, look at this. Way too narrow there. We'll come back and have a look at that in full glorious Technicolor in a moment. This heads up. So yeah, the shipping route hasn't been very well thought out. I know that the intention was there because there probably is a shipping route on this river that goes up the length. But sometimes you just have to use a little bit of creative license. Here's that little stretch there that you're going to get lots of shipping through that. I don't think so. Oh no, 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 no. Right, now let's have a look at everything else while we're here. The build planes are very nice. There's not that many of them, so you're not going to be building the world's biggest city. So possibly building like a plastic town would be quite nice to go with these plastic fuzzy felt style hills. And trees, the trees of the vanilla trees. Don't you love a vanilla tree? Don't you? Well, the ones that produce like vanilla essence. Oh, I love a bit of vanilla essence. Sorry, I'm talking about the map, so I'm getting hungry now. Anyway, yes, what have we got? We've got these hills, like I say, they're when you get down this level, they look a bit odd, don't they? Do you think so? They look a bit weird, a little bit odd, and a little bit, well, like I say, plastic with fuzzy felt draped over them. But yeah, when you look at them from up high, they look almost real. We'll check that out in a moment. But yes, we'll just come along and have a look over here as well. What do you think? What are your thoughts on these? Do you like them? I mean, obviously you can't build anything in them without doing some extensive terraforming. But do you think aesthetically, is this a look that you like? It's a very, very definitive look. Let's pull right up here. See, up here looks really real, doesn't it? But it just doesn't work. Not for city building when you get down to this level. Not for me anyway. So if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments below, because I do like to be put right by you guys. I do listen sometimes, just sometimes. Right, let's give this thing some marks. Aesthetically, okay, I'm going to say this, right. It's very, very unusual. I kind of like it in a Minecrafty kind of way. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Not that I played Minecraft at all. Detailing, there are problems. There are problems, and like I say, the little bit of glitching here and there, and I think the hills, as wonderful as they are, aren't workable. I'll give that 3 stars though. Gameplay potential, I think there's certainly a big challenge to go on here, but there are definitely issues as well. So I'm going to go right down the middle and give that a 3 stars too. Shimanto River by Aya. And that is an interesting map. And I'd like to hear your opinion on whether you think that's any good or not. Wow. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What Map series, and tonight at 5 o'clock UK time for What Theme, where we look at another theme and LUT combination. Right, well, that's it. I'll let it go. See you later. Time's up.